which part of my life would you guys like to dissect first?
The most embarrassing part.
The Wings of Redemption relationship.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, you know him. All right.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
No, but he knows him quite well. And by the way, I don't know where this is going, but I'm really
I
curious
talked
about
to I messaged Chiz last night a small synopsis. Shall I start at the beginning?
Start at the beginning, and we won't interrupt at all, unless it's.
No, feel free to interrupt. That always makes it more entertaining.
All right.
So, from the beginning, just like most people who watch PKA, I was playing Call of Duty. By playing Call of Duty, I wanted to know more about the game. Went onto YouTube. Through YouTube, I found Wings, Woody, Kyle, Merca, everybody that I still watch to today. And so by watching those people, I really wanted to start playing with them. I'd love to play with you guys in Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops and all the games you used to play. So I found Jordie through that. I found his channel, and then he also asked on Twitter once, I think it was back when he was allowed his Twitter account, if he wanted. He asked if there was people that wanted to play with him, and he happened to be streaming at UK time, which is quite abnormal for him. Would have made it about 5 a.m. for him, but I said yes and got into his Skype friends list and played a few games of Black Ops with him. Through that, because I was on his Skype friends list, the thing you do is you just kind of annoy him for quite a while. I asked him if I can make thumbnails and all that Photoshop bullshit that you do to get your videos more views. And then he finally said yes one day. I started making thumbnails for him. After making thumbnails, I started doing like overlays and stuff like that because I was good on Photoshop. Through that, he then made me like the manager of his channel. You can do that via Google Plus, where you have other accounts connected. And I started like helping him edit video series and create ideas, basically, because his channel was on a downslope. Sorry.
Did you edit the knife fight video? Was that you?
No, that.
What were some of the videos that you worked on personally? I want to know which one of these masterpieces.
So the one you'll like the most will be I edited and produced every episode of King of Cox.
Oh wow, that's a feather in your cap.
The crazy bit is I also did all of the subtitles, and I couldn't understand half the fucking stuff that was being said. Coming from the UK and from Britain, half of that stuff was complete gibberish to me. But it was a really fun series to edit. The most difficult bit, obviously, because I'm in the UK and Jordie's in America, I couldn't go film stuff, so I'd kind of have to just get him to film something, which is why by the end of the short-lived series, it was just like a 6-minute shitty clip of some person in his family who was talking again gibberish that I couldn't really translate very well.
Yeah, you had to rely on him to do the filming.
Yeah. And literally sometimes there would be
but you were willing, I'm sorry to interrupt, you were willing to come to Conway, South Carolina, however, and like sort of document Wings' life, isn't that right?
Well, it was obviously, listen to you guys, you guys thought it would be crazy entertaining, and so did I.
Of course.
The King of Fox idea was like perfect. The idea of filming it all like that. His life was so like rich and detailed in the content you could produce. It was like, why not? I mean, a flight over there. I stay at Wings' house. It would be a really cool trip, but also it would make some amazing content. But unfortunately, it never came to be.
I would love for that to happen.
Did you do the channel rebranding with like the Jordan and
so that was something that basically he had always talked about how Wings of Redemption, through the stuff that's happened on PKA, the 1v1 with Syndicate, stuff like that the Wings of Redemption branding had become really negative. So you type in Wings of Redemption onto YouTube, you get negative videos either slating him or other people's bad opinions of him, or you get stuff like the 1v1 with Syndicate. That was like one of the first videos that came up.
I bet that happens with me.
The idea around the rebranding was Jordie Jordan is obviously what Wings wanted to become. He talked about wanting to do more vlogs and more personal stuff, which he did with the walking vlogs. But that way, when you typed in Jordie Jordan, not only did his channel then come up, it was positive videos, it was new videos, and the SEO around that and the titling and the branding was all planned to basically get him into a new persona without having to make a new channel, which is something that...
So were you going to live in the house with him? Was that going to be part of it?
I wasn't going to go there for a long time. Being from the UK, I can only really stay maximum of 90 days on a...
Yeah, that's a long time.
On a holiday visa. I was going to go
Are you familiar with the concept of time dilation? 90 days at Wings of Redemption's house is like it's like 16 years or something.
Yeah, I work in the centre of London. Like, being in Wings' house would be like living in the woods for 90 days. It would be a crazy different lifestyle. It would be really cool.
Yeah,
he's pretty close.
They call Conway the Paris of South Carolina.
No, so here's the thing. Like I feel like this would be. So you think like it would be 3 or 4 episodes if you imagined it, and like then it'd kind of go downhill from there. Because what are you doing, Conway, after the 4th episode of King of Cox? But he's got Myrtle Beach right there. This is sort of like entertainment capital of the white trash America.
So and stereotype, you would have a lot of other people just like Jordie. And
yes, lots of motorcycle rallies.
There's only one Jordie. I disagree.
All kinds of crazy shit.
I think you just
variations of a certain kind of person.
Maybe no. I in my head though, he stands above and beyond in entertainment value.
The people would be on a gradient more similar to him than what Patrick was used to. So they'd see like a 10% Jordie and be like, well, that's way different than what I see in life. So it'd still be a weird culture shock. Yeah. That'd be hilarious. Though.
So you edited his videos and you rebranded his channel and you made his thumbnails. And then you don't anymore, though. What?
I mean, you've seen what's happened to his channel, and he discussed it before he departed with PKA and stuff like that. I mean, his heart wasn't in it. The content stopped. I even came up with video series that were really beneficial to his lack of interest. By
that Lincoln,
that and the Throwback Thursday videos, where he effectively, I just gave him a video. I said, look, here's a video that you did 4 years ago. Commentate 30 seconds over why it was a good video and why you enjoyed it and what it meant back then. And then I just play that video with an overlay over it. And that was a video series. Also with Jordie's friend, what was his name? I can't remember. This is really bad.
Is it Kelly? Was it Kelly?
Kelly, that was the one. So he had Sub Sunday, which was another type of podcast, but with fans. And Jordie wanted to have that onto his channel. So we made that as well. And I was a host on that for the 4 episodes it ran. But Jordie's biggest problem from my perspective was his short-sightedness on these kind of things. So Sub Sunday was getting, I think the first episode got like 35,000 views, and then the next one got 26, and the next one got like 24 after like a week. And after like 4 episodes, he was like, oh no, this isn't going anywhere. This isn't going to become anything big. I don't want to do it anymore. And that's why it stopped. And for me, it's like, well, you've only done this for 4 weeks.
Yeah, what's a good number?
For like 5 years.
What do you think? I think you can tell like 8 to 12 are better numbers for me. If you had done 8 or 12 episodes,
after 10, if it wasn't going anywhere, you've got to review it and really see what either needs to be changed or if we just stop it altogether. Because that way, if you think about a weekly thing, you're 10 weeks in, you're a fifth of the year in, and it gives you a good idea about what the fans want as well. Obviously,
I feel like we should put together a pitch for a production company and try to get someone to front the money for the King of Cox episode. That's what Wings should be doing. I don't want to do his dirty work for him anymore. But if I'm Wings and I don't want to like go forward in life and maybe go back to school or get a real job, if I still want to try to do this unconventional lifestyle thing, I got to find a way to make there a TV show about myself because I feel like it would be good. I feel like there's a way to make a show about Wings of Redemption that would be hilarious.
You need to get in contact with TLC. They do a lot of shameless things like that. These guys are trying to help people. They're like, oh, honey boo boo, we're not laughing at her. We're trying to help by drawing attention to it. Like,
there seems to be a lot more American networks than UK. I personally work in the media industry now, so I have a lot of connections to broadcasters in the UK. But unfortunately, beyond like Discovery and a few other channels, there's not really any network that would consider to pick up something like that and develop it. But yeah, in America,
there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of like really shitty cable ones.
Totally happening. Like,
there's a ton of channels like that. Like I watched this YouTube series that's just as shameless in the UK called like Super Size versus Super Skinny. Or something, and they basically have a big fat fuck, like, I eat a bunch of shit every day, and they're like, a lot of crisps, and then it's some skinny person who eats like half a piece of toast, and then they make them sit across from each other and eat the other person's meals. And
wasn't Boogie on that?
Boogie was on. So
he was on that. Yeah.
The doctor/host of that who basically tells these people they're fat shits or tells them that they're too skinny. And that they need to gain some weight. He went over to America and actually talked to Boogie about what he was doing. And I don't know why they did that. I think it was just because Boogie is obviously quite an influential character, and they wanted that US connection. But yeah, he was. There's a clip on YouTube somewhere of it.
Yeah, I saw it, and I would say Boogie was a candidate for the show, right? I mean, there's usually a big guy and a little guy. He's a big guy.
Yeah, I didn't see if they had a full episode.
They normally pick people from the UK because it's more.
It's a UK based show. Maybe you're right. I'm
definitely
looking. I haven't followed everything Wings has been doing lately, and
nor have I. I don't know.
I just
get the face of the earth.
I see he streamed yesterday, so that's encouraging. Yeah, it says that.
What did he stream?
It looks like it was going to be Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim. So Skyrim, yeah.
Oh, I should have seen that.
Yeah. Every so often I hop into his streams and just I enjoy them, and usually I heckle a lot. You know,
I you hedge your bets there with, well, I enjoy them, but I'm kind of a shithead.
Well, it's not that. Okay, so he plays the game, right? And I'll root for like all sorts of non-competitive things. Like I root for the catwalk to give out on him, but that's not going to happen. I'm on Team Monster, you know, and but I also, you know, I enjoy. He does a good job streaming. He's an engaging guy, which is why he's been so successful on YouTube. Like he just is.
It was another interesting part. Sorry, there was another interesting part of working with him. Actually, was managing his Twitch streams. So I had obviously control of his account. I was the one who would not set up the streams. When he starts streaming, I would monitor the chat. But his rules around monitoring the chat, not the most like generic, you know, ban people that swear, you know, promote, you know, remove people that have links. It was, if someone brings up a random topic that may have pissed him off in a video or something, ban them instantly, forever. None of these like 30-minute bans or anything. It was pretty full on. The rule set wasn't really.
What were some topics that were bannable?
I mean, anything to do with Syndicate was completely gone. Anybody like dissing, anybody like bad mouthing his ability to play Call of Duty or any game he was playing, gone. He would end up like, obviously I was trying to promote conversation in the chat, so I'd ask people questions and they would try and respond, but he would end up just banning everyone. and then just unbanning them like a day or two later.
He would unban them too?
Yeah, well, the problem is it was his audience. Like,
the next day, like no one shows up. He's like, "All right, guys, I'm sorry about last night."
Concurrent viewers, and you end up with 250 after a week because they're all gone. But
so then he had to do like a mass unbanning, and it was just a constant revolving door of banned, unbanned, fuck that guy again. Come on back.
Taylor, you're not on wireless, are you? Are you plugged in, or are you on wireless?
Right now I'm wireless. I'm gonna try plugging in.
Yes, please.
I was moving today.
Okay.
Or getting a lot of moving done today.
Yeah, try. You're getting all crispy.
Yeah, you're getting pixelated, which is turning me on from my 96 porn days.
Oh,
it's kind of a weird fetish I developed.
Wait for the image to load down the screen.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, the girls, this is what they looked like back in the 90s. Back when we used modems. All right. I completely violated. My train of thought is gone. It's derailed.
We were talking about.
Well, I think so. Besides your involvement with Wings Redemption, what else have you done?
Well, my next venture after that, as it were, is through the skills I gained via talking to Jordie, working with him. I ended up doing a lot of SEO stuff, the back end of YouTube. So search engine optimization basically is the tags at the bottom of a YouTube video when you upload it, helps you get to the top of the search results when people search for certain topics. So my cousin happens to have a YouTube channel which has over 1 million subscribers, and they needed someone to SEO their first 500 videos they ever made. And they'd never done any SEO in them because they had no idea what that was until more recently. So I did 4,000 tags over a week, which got them an extra 600,000 views.
What do you get paid for something like that?
That one was not a freebie, but it was just normal like hourly pay in London, which is about £10 an hour, which is what, $15.
How many hours do you think you put in?
10 hours a day, 5 days a week. It was only 1 week though. I managed to do it all in a week.
So 50 hours. So what, like $600 or $700?
No.
Yeah, that was,
Wait.
but that was work experience more than anything. Like basically after doing the jordie stuff, he said, "Oh, I've seen what you've been doing. You know, it'd be cool to get you on board." So I wasn't going to turn it down, and you know, family and everything. But yes, I mean, stuff like that is very powerful for brands, and that's something that hope I exercise on Jordie's channel by bringing in something new. But after that, I actually created my own YouTube channel and used the techniques that I found of annoying people by emailing them a lot and getting interviews with them. And that's where HowIBecame came about, is because a lot of people on YouTube do these, what's it called, that like Draw My Life videos where they talk about their entire life. But I always found the most interesting bit through working with YouTubers is how they started, why they started, and where they are today because of it. So I obviously leaned on Jordie as the first person to interview. And that video got like 10,000 views in the first day. And I was like, holy shit, this might be an actual good idea. And I got all the social media ready, just like you guys did when you made your accounts, I imagine, just in case. I made that video and threw that out by emailing loads of people. It's pretty much throw as much shit at the wall and see what sticks in terms of getting people to reply and happy to sit them down for half an hour on Skype. And I made some more videos with Linus Tech Tips was the biggest one. And unfortunately, that was the last one I've done so far, which was over a year ago now. Sounds really bad, but that video is at like 250 or 60,000 views. And I think that was just through good SEO. The idea was quite clever. And when people type in Linus Tech Tips, because of all of the I say tricks I've used, all of the best practices I used, it was at the top of the search results. So in Linus channel, in their million view video where they thank all their fans, they have a screenshot of when you type in Linus Tech Tips, and it has their channel at the top bar where it's like the subscribe button. It shows the amount of videos. And the first actual video was my video, and then it was all their videos underneath. But since then, I basically, it was very difficult to get these YouTubers to like sit them down like this and talk to them and ask them the questions. And I then got a full-time job working in a management company, building the online side of the business. And I basically just ran out of time. Like I preferred sleep over emailing hundreds of YouTubers. So I haven't made a video since, but I really like the idea. I mean, the channel has 7,500 subscribers or something, and it all happened over like a 3-month period. But yeah, that's
you also had some. I think at one point you were emailing and you were offering your expertise and doing like our survival trip, like being like the cameraman and also kind of a director of it. So
through doing the stuff with Jordie, and during that time, obviously that was never a paid gig. Actually, that was never something Jordie paid me to do. I just did it out of the love of his videos, and also because I really wanted to learn these things anyway, and it was a good way to hone my skills. So yeah, during that time I did a lot of freelance videography and photography, so for bands, even to like baby photography and shit like that, anything that just brought in some money.
Baby photography?
Yeah, photographing 1-year-old children in studio situations.
That sounds fun.
What? That sounds really
it's
odd.
not fun when you have a pissed off baby crying for 4 hours and you're meant to get some decent happy photos of them out of it. So I did a lot of videography stuff, and then obviously being an avid watcher of PK anyway, you guys talking about the survival trip, I have no idea how I got onto Woody's Skype list of friends. May have been through Wings, I'm not sure, but I just sent a proposal over. I was like, look, I'm good with the camera. I think I made a spreadsheet or like a document full of ideas, the length of the videos, what would be inside of the videos, who would be in the videos, and stuff like that. And